I am. Hi, Darren. How you doing?
Well, thank you for taking the time. A lot of people want to speak to you today. So, aside from talking about yourself a lot, good day for you so far?
It's my favorite subject. I can't have a problem with that. Uh, n- uh, can I be honest with you? These interviews now, they become a journey through my past. I have an incredible memory, so I get asked about projects from the past, and it becomes this wonderful. It's not about me. It's about the discussion of the experience. So, it's my memories, of course, but and then also we get to sort of calculate what impact that movie's had now that people are keeping track of that. So it's really, these interviews are really fun. It's kind of like, you know, some of the other accomplishments. Laws of Man was a really tough movie with huge scenes and dialogue and a really wild character. So that's always a challenge. And thrilled that people are coming out to back this movie.
Sure. When I had the pleasure of speaking with your co-star Jackson a
Oh,
week
good.
ago, his biggest accomplishment sounded like working with you.
Oh, come on. Jackson's incredible. We had these highly confrontational scenes. They'd already established this movie. It's like square-jawed kind of noir crime feel that goes from really cool to mind-blowingly epic. And I'm
Mhm.
part of that turn at the end, where you think maybe I'm just the local bad guy who's exploiting other people for the property rights and so forth. Once you figure that out, you think you have this story, but it goes several levels bigger and deeper, even underground, without giving too much away. Working with Jackson and Jacob in those two, they make such an incredible on-screen cinematic feel. They're like G-men, you know what I mean? Just the wardrobes and the cars. So really impressive how the director and writer Phil Blattenberger put that together. In other words, when I was meeting Jackson, I was seeing a fully formed character
Mhm.
in those two guys. So that was my experience back with him, and it helped me so much because maybe they'd already shot for a week or more. This wasn't a very long shoot,
Right.
um, and they had this world like fully inhabited. It was an amazing experience when you can just it's hard to describe. I mean, I guess it's what I just said. You just get a feel that the other actors are in it. So then you just go in with them. So thank you when you talk to Jackson next, and I'll thank him too. That's amazing that he'd have that reaction. But right back at you, bro.
Well, the Benjamin character was a lot of prep needed because obviously not only is there a character to learn the lines of and get into the headspace of, but also you have to go back to the 1960s.
Yeah.
So the mannerisms and all that have to be different as well.
Yeah, some of that was just within my grasp on this one. You know what I mean? That's what I mean now that I'm really thinking about Jacob and Jackson in those parts. They really, they really had it nailed in. Pardon me. Um, so it was a time warp. It was trying to like just quickly jump in. It's a short shooting schedule. So of course I'd worked on the challenging dialogue, as I said, because there's a
Yes.
ton of it, and then kind of a climactic. But thank you. If you felt like I fit into their world, that's what I was after. Not trying to, um, yeah, it's the stuff I don't want to just give it away, of course, but it goes global. This movie really goes to where like the entire planet is at stake in such a
Sure.
satisfying way where you go from like burning down a ranch to trying to you know into a nuclear world. So it's really epic movie and challenging in those acting parts. Really, some of the dialogue is really tough. I don't mean hard to remember. I mean, really tough speaking,
Right.
big person, this guy. So it even kind of, you know, yeah, some of it's hard to say because of what you're saying. That
It's
doesn't
hard to
happen
say
all that
because of what you're
often. That's
saying.
how
Yeah.
bad this guy is. Yeah, that it's uncomfortable to have to think it.
Right. Well, another thing that's unique about you is a lot of times when you're doing junkets like I am 5, 6 days a week, and you say, so your new movie, I got to say, you are in more movies than anybody short of Eric Roberts these days. And I
Yeah.
say that because I did a junket last week on Like Father, Like Son, and there was Blackwater Lane and Lights Out, etc. What I'm getting at
Oh,
is,
thank you
I
for
don't think,
even naming those titles because they need a little air. All those movies, people work so hard on them, and in the streaming sphere that we live in,
yeah,
movies like this, Laws of Man, it'd be almost like it goes past social media and stuff and becomes word of mouth again, which is how people used to hear about movies, where you tell your friend you got to go see this movie. So. Um, but thank you so much. I got a couple more of those coming out. I've been so blessed. And frankly, it wasn't a numbers game ever for me. Although now I'm competing with Eric Roberts that you say it. Now it's a numbers game. But I did right from the start want to always be acting and always playing
mhm.
very different characters. Why I thought that was the assignment from the start. That was so. In this last run, where these really bizarre characters and wild movies, I found them irresistible. I had to take them all as they were coming by. So. There's a couple more coming. Killing Mary Sue, like
Okay.
Father Like Son you mentioned, and one more will come to me. But yeah, we got good stuff to look forward to, and blast with really bizarrely different characters.
Well, speaking of the different characters, I mean, this is obviously a period piece of sorts where there's action and mystery and different genres involved. But then when
Yeah.
I go through the many projects you worked on, you also have A-list comedy credits. When I think about Arrested Development and Kingpin and Drunk History and the Eric Andre show, do you hope to do more comedy in the future?
Well, yes, of course. I want to do a lot of each, and everything. But thanks for bringing up Arrested Development. That was a phone call out of the blue from Mitch Hurwitz. I couldn't believe I got it. So I know that, uh, uh, you know, the bits of comedy I had done must have just been leaving little feelers out there. I think he saw Dirty Grandpa,
Yeah.
um, which might have been part of why he thought of me for that part. And he needed somebody who could cross over that age a little bit with Jessica Walters. And but some of the courtroom scenes. So this is the most bizarre. It's the fifth season. It's 12 years later. They cut that season into two, and
Yeah.
I'm in the second half. So you really got to go full deep on Arrested Develop to even find my character, Dusty Radler or something like that. And it's mostly a culminating character because I end up defending Buster Bluth on the murder charges for killing
Yeah.
Liza Minnelli, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Lucille.
just out of this world crazy. So I'm so blessed. If anybody puts me in their gallery, in their rogues gallery, those comedians, Arnett et al. Oh my goodness! Come on, Tony Hale, and Jeffrey
Yeah.
Tambor, all were in that courtroom. And by golly, Martin Mull was
Yeah.
there. Jessica Walters is gone, also. So I thought of that, and Henry Winkler was there in that room. So
Oblog, was that his name or was that Scott Baio? I forget, but
love long. Yeah, and David Cross, right? So like my little character crossed over with so many of the great comedians of right now. So that movie, that TV show was such a blessing. So yes, I would hope for plenty of more in that. And I'll throw these in. Friends lives on. People think I had about
yeah.
4 words in that thing. Some of those jokes are 2 words. Like nice fit for the scarf. You know what I mean? It's so funny. And streaming kept that and has made that one bloom beyond
Global. Yeah.
reckoning, beyond calculation. And New Girl is so beloved, especially by that certain age group. They're coming on about 32 now. So I have a nice group in there that think that guy Russell's really funny too. So yes, more of that would be fun. But one of my favorite things is playing off a character like Laws of Man, like Benjamin Bonney's so really evil
Hmm.
against like that foolish guy on Arrested Development. Be able to do
Sure.
both of those things is such a gift. So thank you for bringing that up and let me.
Quick question, then I let you go because hey, the world wants to speak with you today. And
Not at all, man. Thank you so much.
fascinating thing about your bio is your classically trained musical background, that you were kind of a prodigy on cello, if sources are correct. When's the last time you played the cello?
Oh, I was gonna try and play the cello today or tomorrow. I played it last month, so not that long ago, but not regularly now, and I really should. When I went to practice for playing the duet with Yo-Yo Ma, because I really have to practice, because still I don't know if he knows yet, but I'm gonna do that, and I have to be in better shape than I'm in now. Um, but thank you for bringing that up. It's a lifelong passion, and I should play more. I play guitar a lot more now. Um, Country band, Jackrabbit, check that out. But
Oh,
that sprang out of cello. That sprang out of really the thing called love. I'm still playing that same Gibson guitar that I got 30 plus years ago on that for that beloved movie.
mhm.
And music's a huge part of my life. So thank you. By you even asking, it's gonna make me do it because then I head back to Chicago to continue on Chicago Fire, which has their big crossover episode right now. So anybody who's following that, we're thrilled to bring that. It's like the whole storyline through three shows, so like a 3 hour event.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
so
really
much to look forward to from you on the musical end, dramatic end, the comedic end, etc. So thank you for the years of great art and looking forward to what's to come.
Thank you so much, Darren. Thanks for plugging Laws of Men. I hope everybody enjoys it. Thank you so much.
Paltrocast.